the continent's leadership role in global politics, economic development, and international peace and security will depend on Africa's ability to foster international unity and to leverage its strategic importance and cohesion for sustainable development and strategic socio-economic transformation, rather than merely being downgraded to the status of a stage for foreign global powers competition. Africa must undertake and can break the cycle embedded in the African adage, when elephants fight, it is the grass that gets trampled on. Africa must cease being a grass, for it has always been the elephant from the time immemorial. To some hearing, this has been the case in most cases in some of the fights going on worldwide. To some hearing me saying this, especially those either in the West or those brainwashed through to believe that the future of Africa is cast and dry as one of the victim status and charity case, they may take this as either naive or wishful thinking. Openly, I want to tell you, African continent is vital to the global economy and the future and the geopolitical stability. Africa, and in particular Tanzania, besides Spain, is the cradle of humankind, holds around 30% of the world's critical mineral reserves required for green energy and technological transformation. We are not just hanging as on the map. We are actually at the center and determining the future of green energy and technological transformation. Global security trends in 21st century, marked by the growing prevalences of asymmetric warfare and intensifying geopolitical rivalries and climate-related crises, are increasingly undermining human security and economic development across Africa. These complex but interconnected threats constrains the continent's development by fueling regional instability, diverting scarce state resources, and discouraging essential domestic and foreign investments. Taking as an example, the military confrontation involving in the United States, Israel, and Iran has exerted considerable pressure on global energy markets while disrupting to maritime traffic through the Strait of Hormuz, which have contributed to a sharp increase in international oil prices. And yet, it has been affecting mostly the areas which were even not directly involved in the fight. Although some African oil-producing countries may benefit from the short-term increase in export revenues, rising fuel and import costs are intensifying inflationary pressure across the continent, because it came out of preparation of even those oil-producing countries found in Africa. Now the question again here is, how can African nations insulate domestic economies from these external geopolitical and economic shockwaves? We have learned the way our economies are shocked. Every time we experience shocks, twin shocks, series of shocks, in the like of those we experienced, the natural one from COVID-19, they are followed by the Russia-Ukraine conflict. They are followed by shortages internal financial policies in the US, which resulted to a critical shortage of forex in most African countries, and now again the Middle East conflict. We have a task, a question to answer on how African nations can insulate themselves, their domestic economies, from these external geopolitical and economic shockwaves and minimize the resulting effects.
The theme for this year's convocation is global politics, leadership, economic and security trends in the 21st century, and their implications for Africa's development. This theme, we believe, sir, is both timely and highly relevant today, as we live in an era marked by rapid geopolitical shifts, evolving leadership demands, economic realignments, wars, and emerging security threats that continue to redefine the global landscape and order. For Africa, these developments present both opportunities and immense challenges. They compel us to think and to act critically, creatively, yet strategically, as well as to develop responsive leadership capable of safeguarding our interests while advancing sustainable development, peace, and prosperity across the continent.
Convocation is more than a ceremonial event. It is an intellectual and professional homecoming. It provides a platform for the alumni, participants still active in our military and civil services, faculty, policymakers, and practitioners to exchange views and experiences, to renew networks, and to examine the complex security environment in which our nations continue to navigate. In today's world, security challenges are increasingly interconnected. They cut across military, political, economic, social, technological, diplomatic, and environmental domains. No single institution, profession, or country can address them alone. It is for this reason that the National Defense College Tanzania places great value on its alumni association and network. Our alumni serve in many responsible positions within the defense and security organs, government ministries, departments, regional organizations, and allied countries. Wherever they serve, they carry with them the college's ideals of strategic thinking, patriotism, professionalism, integrity, cooperation, and service to the nation.